What's up, family? Welcome to Topics Untouched. I am your cousin Meg Millz, and this is we talking that good shit on the couch and all about all the things that nobody else wants to touch. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your pastor. So if you are allergic to truth, we ain't got no Benadryl, neither are we sponsored by them. All right? So we're going to get into it. Today we have a powerful, powerful guest by the name of Latricia Young, who's flew in from Georgia to come grace us with her presence. She is the author, the heart, the mind behind Double Nature. Okay, guys, from beginning to end, when I tell you I delved into this book and I could not put it down, you gotta read it. I can go on and on about it, but I'm gonna let this young lady talk to you a little bit about it, please. Latricia, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and just hop into it, okay?
Absolutely.
So we're just gonna kind of put you just out there so that we can be familiar and the people out there can go, this who she is, and this is why she created this book, right?
Yes.
Okay. So fair to say, lesbian?
Fair to say.
100%?
100%.
Nothing else in between?
Nothing else in between.
All right, but what's in between your legs? Okay, I just want to make sure. That's it, right? All right, okay. That's what I'm talking about. What was the motivation behind you writing Double Nature?
So let me say, first off, that Double Nature literally started as just being a good idea. Okay. So for years, I've been wanting to write a book. Okay. I probably started between 15 to 20 books. And I would only get a couple pages in, and I would be like, no, that's not it. So fast forward to 2023, my coworker and I, we were talking one day about the LGBTQ community and just how hard it is and how fearful it can be to come out. And I was talking about my story. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. I can write about that. I'll write about my story.
That's right.
So I didn't have any other thought about it. I was just like, that's a good idea. Went home that night, and I remember waking up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I heard very clearly, Double Nature.
All right.
And I was like, what? And I immediately knew it was the name of the book. Okay. And mind you, I had no other thought about what I wanted the book to be about. I wasn't trying to find the title of the book.
Okay.
But I woke up and just knew that was what the book was about. By the end of that day, by midnight, I had every chapter that I wanted, what it was going to entail, and I had the whole introduction written out that night. And I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
And you committed to it and got it done.
And I committed to it and got it done.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and in the middle of writing Double Nature, I found out why I was writing it. I was writing it to be a help. So others in the LGBTQ community that may be going through the same thing that I experienced.
I love that. Yes. And not just with the community itself, but for those who may be ignorant, right, to how the community works or what that consists of. This is going to help all of us, right, learn. I love that.
Yes.
So let's jump into it.
Let's jump into it.
All right. Because I was in it.
I'm glad you were.
Yeah, I was in it. You see the damage to the book. I was in it, okay? Yes, so take us back to little you, okay? We're talking about, you know where I'm going with this. You wrote the book.
Where are you going?
You know where I'm going. Little you, 9 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Creeping to mommy and daddy's room. Mm-hmm. And now we all know that, you know, all parents got that one little secret closet, right? You know that little secret thing that the kids ain't supposed to know about is either under the bed, under the mattress, deep down under the closet, under some old shoes you don't really wear no more. We know what we're talking about. What did you find in your parents' closet?
Some porno magazines.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So my mom had sent me up there to get some blankets and sheets and things. And going through the boxes, I saw the magazines. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and I grabbed the blankets, whatever she asked me to get, took it back down to her. And I was like, I have to get back to these. I got to go see what that's about. Because my 9-year-old little curious mind wanted to know. You know, when we kids, we want to get into stuff. We want to look at stuff we ain't supposed to look at. So that's exactly what I did, and discovered that day, oh my gosh, this attraction that I had to females was crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this that I'm feeling?
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that's how it started.
So I was wondering about that because some people would say because you were so young, right? But you didn't know what you were feeling. You were 9. You know, you're curious. Everybody was curious. You think that it was something very desirable about the woman. You know what I mean? And you just didn't know what you were looking at when it came to the man. Like, you're saying that's it, but really, what was that attraction when you looked at that magazine and you saw that beautiful woman grace that cover? Like, what was that thing that made you, that really, I mean, don't give me the safe answer. I want to know, what was the thing that made you go, that's it?
I don't even know if there was a thing that made me say that's it. Like in that moment, I just knew that I was feeling something that I had never, you know what I mean? Even at 9 years old, I don't think you should be feeling any of those things, but it was like the beauty of their bodies that I saw. It was just like, oh my gosh. And I wanted to just keep looking, you know what I mean? And then, but the men that were in the magazine were just like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So there was nothing there.
Okay.
Whatsoever, but the women, and it was like it kept drawing me back. And I was like, I want to keep looking, I want to keep looking. So yeah, that was just it.
All right.
That was it. Yeah.
We're going to, so I'm not going to do this in any kind of order. Okay.
No problem.
We just going to talk about it because it's your life and things wasn't in order when it was happening. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're just going to talk about it. You're a mother. Okay. You have adult children, adult children. When you finally said, this is my truth, what did that look like to your children? How did they accept your truth? Every
Single one of them was absolutely okay with it, except my youngest son. He's 18 now, but when he found out 8 years ago, he was not okay with it at all. And it took him a couple months to get on board. But it took a lot of conversations with my oldest daughter for her to explain to him just what it was. And mommy's happy, and you know, this is who she really is, for him to finally be okay with it. Okay. But everybody else, my youngest daughter and the older two, they were absolutely fine. They were like, okay, if this is who you really are, you know, okay. I don't think my oldest son, I don't think he really believed it for a second, but I was like, no, this is really who I am. Okay. Yeah. So they were fine. When people say to you, if they said to you, which I'm sure they did because I read this in your book, when people go, you just haven't found the right man yet, or it's just a phase. When you knew, after being in relationships, after becoming a mother, for you, how do you answer that when you've had these children and you've been with the men and now you're going, no, this is just what I want? So first off, I do let them know that I completely understand where your doubt would come from. I completely understand, because when you look at somebody that does have children and that you have seen deal with men like pretty much your entire life, you will have those questions, you know? So I do let them know I do understand where your doubt may come from. However, this is something I've known since I was a child. You know what I mean? I just chose to deal with inauthentic relationships that I really didn't want, or people that I wasn't attracted to. Okay. And I made that choice until I had the courage to have the freedom to come out. I love that. So yeah. Okay. So this is really who I am, believe it or not, but this is who I am. Oh no, I believe it, because baby, ain't nobody carpet munching unless they want to munch. Now that's what I do know. For sure. You know, you got to want to do that. You got to want to do that. Okay, no, you have to. But no, seriously. Yeah. You know, we got similar backgrounds. We came from the Bible thumpers, church on Sundays, you know it. Choir rehearsal on Saturdays, you know, and Wednesdays, youth choir, adult choir, you know it. Right? You know, and absolutely. Tell me how living in your truth, how did that go hand in hand with your faith? Did you ever feel like you couldn't be in your religion if you were to live in your truth? What did that look like? Honestly, no.
Okay.
Honestly, I have never felt like that.
Awesome.
Honestly, of course, yes, there was a fear of letting the people know.
Yes.
Because you know how people feel as far as Christianity goes and sexuality. So there was a fear there, but I never felt like I was ashamed at all.
Okay, good.
I feel like I had a fear of being shamed for it, but I never felt ashamed like at all. So there was actually, I never felt like, so if I come out and live in my truth, maybe I can't do this anymore. Maybe I can't go to church anymore. You know what I mean? But yeah, but there was a certain fear there, but never that fear where I felt like, oh, maybe I have to stop being this person if I come and live in my truth.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tell me, being in the church, sometimes it can be hard.
Yeah.
Right? What was a sermon or even a passage from the Bible that you may have read that stuck you in like a harmful way that made you go, you know what I mean? That right there, or what was said, or what I read, that goes against my truth. How did you manage through that?
So I'm gonna have to go with Sodom and Gomorrah.
All right, come on now, let's go.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Until I had to realize that the story of Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed was not because of homosexuality. That is not what it was about. I know it was about like them fighting and not doing what they were, like not listening and doing what they were supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever, but it was not about homosexuality specifically. So yeah, so if people get like deeper into their Bible and really understand that story, that's not what it was about. But growing up and hearing the story of Sodom and Gomorrah and why it got destroyed, that was one thing that did stick with me a lot until I realized what that story was really about.
Understandable.
So, yeah.
Well, hold on. We're going to take a pause for the cause for just one moment, okay? Mills, you're on the couch with Meg Millz and Patricia Young. We're going to take a break really moment. We'll be right back.
R&B Legends Black Tie Gala 2 presents A Night with the Stars with VIP guests The Floaters, Myron, Public Announcement Chico DeBarge and Mary Jane Girls. Live entertainment provided by Melrose Eve with legend Mike Bonner. Friday, May 15th, 6 p.m. at the Rolex, the Ultimate Entertainment Complex, 24900 Euclid Avenue, Euclid, Ohio. Get tickets at Black Tie Gala 2 at Eventbrite.com. For VIP, call 216-882-0093. Black Tie Gala 2.
Welcome back to Topics Untouched. Once again, guys, I just want to let you know we are here with the lovely and beautiful Patricia Young, author of Double Nature, okay? So if you guys are just now tuning in, we're talking about some real shit here.
We're talking about it.
Okay? Excuse my language, but when you're getting into it, you got to get into it, right?
That's right.
So we're going to jump back into the book. In the book, you spoke about your coming out came after the passing of your parents. If your parents were still here when you came out, how do you think they would have received?
So I feel like they would have accepted it to my face. Behind my back, I know there would have been a lot of shit talking. I know for sure. Yeah. So, and I know definitely for my mom. I know she would have called and told the whole family and talked down on me real bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how would that have made you feel in that moment? Do you think getting that scrutiny from your parents would have made you fall back and go, yeah, maybe it's just not worth, me doing that or coming out? Or do you think you would still at some point got here?
I think I definitely would have still at some point got here. Most definitely, because I dealt with so much scrutiny anyway.
Okay.
That I chose to just, after a while, kind of distance myself.
Okay.
Because I would rather be who I am and be able to live in my truth than to sit somewhere and be scrutinized or demeaned in any type of way. So I would have most definitely eventually still got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, we're going off topic a little bit. just so we can learn a little bit about the community.
Absolutely.
Do people like being, when you're lesbian or of the LBGTQ, am I saying that correctly? Am I missing anything?
QIA.
QIA. Because y'all not gonna come for me.
Fine.
Y'all not gonna come for me. Listen, if y'all want me to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I'm gonna make sure I catch every letter of that alphabet. Y'all not gonna cancel me before I get started. Now, understanding this community, right? Do you go to just gay clubs or bars, or do you hang out in the straight atmospheres, or is there one that you prefer over the other? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Or it just depends on the vibe of the night?
I think it just depends on the vibe of the night.
Okay.
But you really either or. I think it's easier to go to a gay bar or a gay club because you feel more comfortable.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of people that are single would prefer to do that because it's easier to find your people.
Absolutely.
As well. Just going to a straight bar, I mean, that could still be fun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially if you already have your person and y'all just want to go out or something like that. But because you want to feel more inclusive and more comfortable,
Makes
then
sense.
yeah, you would absolutely go.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but I love going to the gay bars with my
It's fun.
sister. They sign up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not.
It is fun.
Listen here.
It's fun.
So you're a beautiful chocolate woman. Okay, let me start there.
Thank you.
Thick.
Thank you.
I can see what the men and women see in you. Okay. How do you handle when the man is pushing up on you? Are you in a relationship right now?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's say you weren't in that relationship. Hey, boo, we just role playing. Don't take it personally. She loves you, boo.
Yes, I do.
Now,
I love you, babe.
If you weren't in that relationship and a man comes and he's trying to put the game down on you, how do you curve him knowing that that's not what you're attracted to? What was your curve line?
I don't even like men. I don't know. I'm good.
Okay, I'm the man.
I'll say
I'm the man then. Nah, we got to be a fair chance. I'm the man then. Shit, what's up, shorty? You sure looking good. Can I buy you a drink?
You know what? Maybe I'll ask my girlfriend. I'll see what she say.
Shit, I'll buy you and your girl a drink. That's nothing.
All right. I mean, was she cool with it? Then you can go right ahead.
Oh, if she cool?
If she cool with it, then
shit, how cool y'all is? Aw, come on, baby. How cool y'all is? You good? You gonna act like that then?
Absolutely.
What the fuck you then?
Fuck you too.
Like, now, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you tried to let that man down easy? Now, this is no matter whether gay, straight, or not.
Yeah.
I got shot with a BB gun before just because I was like, I'm cool.
No, seriously. That's
you know what I mean?
I literally almost got hit by a car because, this was a long time ago.
Yeah, for me too.
In my 20s, but it happened.
Now, I think that's almost a scary thing. That even before I had got married, that time, I would always have a ring on my finger. And people didn't ever understand why I used to keep the ring on my finger.
Yeah.
And even though this ring does represent something, this ain't for fun. Okay. But even though people didn't understand why, it's because I would just tell someone like, hey, I'm not interested, or hey, I'm good. And then these new age men, not all, but these new age guys, I mean, the aggressiveness was so overwhelming to me. It just made it so much easier. Whether I was in a relationship or not, I walk out and I was buying fake diamonds just
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
please don't even try it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes just the pressure of that can make you feel like, my sister, I won't say any names, but she's going to know who I'm talking about when I say it. But she's very open, and just in her way of living. And in the beginning, I didn't quite understand it, right? It's like, you're a beautiful girl. Like, everything about you, up and down, you can get any man you want. What is it about the woman? And she just was like, because I like them. She said, there is no thing, like, people want it to be a thing. Like, it got to be something. What did you say in your book? People always think, was it because you were molested? Was it because something happened to you?
People think that.
Right?
People think that.
Give the audience something. Give the people out there something to let them know that this isn't coming from a place of trauma. This is just coming from your truth.
Absolutely. I was, like you said, I was never molested, ever. there's like no rhyme or reason for me to just want to be attracted to females, or there's no rhyme or reason for me to be a lesbian or be gay. I just simply am. I just am. It just is what it is.
It is.
I like women, and that's just it.
There is nothing to prove to anyone.
Not at all.
I love that.
Not at all.
How did your baby daddy take it? How was the baby daddies? Did they try to get that good thing back?
Oh my gosh.
Was it like now it was it was like challenge?
Oh gosh.
Like they was trying to get you back.
One of them absolutely, and I don't even want. One of them absolutely, and I'm just leave it there.
Oh no. I got you.
Yeah.
Because it's something about forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
You know, somebody might not even be studying you, but I mean, as soon as you went, I'm sorry, what was the young man that went viral? I don't do men's no more. Something like that, you know. So when you hit him with the I don't do men's no more, it was like challenge. And it's like all the men just started coming out the woodwork on you. I know they did because it's something about forbidden fruit. When a woman comes off the market, no matter what your sexual preference or orientation is, that make them hound on you.
Right.
Right.
Like, please get away from me.
Lord.
I didn't even like you then.
So
I really do.
What will be the thing that you will want to get out here to everyone out there when it comes to this book? What is the message, not just for the community, but for everyone? What is it that you want the takeaway to be from this book?
That it is perfectly okay to live in your truth. I know it is hard, especially when you are younger. It's hard to understand who you are. It's fearful. You know, there's a fear there, but it's perfectly okay to live in your truth. Even if you have to get a community behind you before you come out, do that. Go seek counseling, seek whoever it is that is your safe space, and do what you have to do, because there is nothing like freedom and liberation. Nothing like it. And for those that have family members that are gay or in the community, please get to a place where you can make them comfortable, and you can be comfortable talking to them about their sexuality and just being an ally for the community, period.
I love that. And for those who really don't quite understand, if it's someone close to you, how that can affect someone mentally when you're not being supportive, what can you say to them?
Absolutely. To just please be supportive, because the streets are already going to eat them alive. So if they don't have that support at home, it's going to be 10 times harder for them, because mentally, a lot of people deal with things mentally on different levels. And some people are not strong enough to be like, I don't care what you got to say. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Some people go to limits of suicide. Absolutely. And it's not okay. It's really not okay. So they are not making just a choice to do this. They're making a choice to be free and live in their truth. But it's not like, okay, I just want to be gay or I just want to do this. It's their truth. So please make an effort to understand them and to, allow them to be comfortable.
I love that. So, yeah. Patricia, thank you so much for coming to join me. Okay. Tell us, where can we find Double Nature?
Amazon.
All right. Double Nature by Latricia Young. Yes. What about your socials? Yes. You want to give out your handle so they can find you on Instagram, Facebook?
My Instagram handle is doubledown921, and my TikTok handle is Trish K Scripts. And there's an author page on Facebook. It's my name, Latricia Young. So you can find me that way.
So guys, if you want to get educated on some things, you want to know how she got to her truth, get this book. Get it.
Get it.
All right. Thanks for tapping in to Topics Untouched. Until next time. And in the words of my sister, shut up, Meg. All right, y'all. That's it for this episode on Topics Untouched, where we choose truth over tradition every single time.